to Cape Town. I went to Cape Town in December 2023 and I decided to film it because I had so much good food it would be a crime not to share. A friend of mine, Lerato, was graduating from the University of Western Cape and I decided to go, you know? It's not often that your friends graduate. So I wanted to go and support her. And when I was there, of course, because Cape Town is literally vegan heaven in South Africa, I had to visit as many restaurants as I possibly could. And that's what you'll see in this video. I went to a good amount of restaurants. And when I wasn't at a restaurant, I didn't really need to eat. And when I did get hungry, let's say, and I was at home, most of the places, I stayed in two places. I stayed in Brooklyn, in Cape Town, and I stayed at Campus Key, which is in Rosebank in Cape Town. And both my apartments had kitchens, so I could cook. Not that I cooked much, but just the option to cook was nice. Yeah, I really hope that you enjoy this video. I will tell you about the things that you see as we go along. But yeah, I had so much fun.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
There's some really pretty art here. I think it's made out of like copper or something.
Purchase your tracks today.
Okay, so on day one, I went to Lagoon Beach. This beach was about 3 kilometers away from where I stayed, the first place I stayed, which is at Brooklyn. I walked to this beach and the walk was super fun. It helped me acclimatize to the area, acclimatize to the weather, and just see what's around. When I was walking, I came across a market, and in the market I bought these really beautiful glasses. You'll see them in a picture as we go along. Those glasses were so great. And I also noticed I walked up, like it's not a freeway, but it's like a freeway, and there were cyclists on electric bicycles delivering food for Pick and Pay, and I found that so interesting. Yeah. So when I got to Lagoon Beach, I noticed there was like not a rally, but just like an activation. Exactly, an activation. And in that activation, they were aiming to reach the longest beach cleanup in history in South Africa. So they had been there for more than 24 hours. They had been there for almost 26, 27 hours. It was such a big accomplishment because they cleaned up that beach good. It looked so good, and it was clean, and there was music. I didn't help. I didn't help. But I did watch for a few minutes, and then after I went to a restaurant. And then after I took a public bus, right. So I took the bus to Cape Town, and on my way to Cape Town, I sat next to this lovely lady, and she was telling me about her travels. She seemed to have traveled a lot, and she said in Cape Town, I told her, no, I don't want to waste money on Uber and Bolt. I think I'll take a taxi. She goes, please don't take a taxi. She goes, there's nice public transport. I'm like, okay, what's the public transport? She goes, there's a bus called My City Bus. So you can buy the card and you can use that. I was like, okay, I'll do that. So at Lagoon Beach, there's a bus stop for My City Bus. So I bought a card, which is $30, which is a single trip from Lagoon Beach to VA Waterfront. On the way, I stopped at Civic Center and I bought a permanent card, because the card that I bought was a single trip card. But there's a permanent card where you can just load money, and on that permanent card I loaded 100 Rand, and then I carried on to VA Waterfront. And at VA Waterfront, it was my first time at VA Waterfront, so I walked around, I enjoyed, I had so much fun, but it was kind of tiring. I was tired. I had walked most of the day. So I sat down in this workshop, and this guy came and sat next to me, and he took out a bag of beads and started making bracelets. So I was intrigued, so I asked him, oh, you're making beads? He goes, yeah, I make beads, bracelets, necklaces, anklets. I was like, that's so nice. That's so nice. And I was like, who do you sell to? Like, do you sell to the tourists? And he goes, no, I don't sell to tourists. I sell to the workforce. So by workforce, he meant like the waiters, the bouncers, the cleaners, the security guards. That's who he sells to. He goes, Sasha? I'm like, yes. He says, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm kind of famous around here in Cape Town. I was like, oh? And he said, yeah. Any person that you see wearing a beaded bracelet, most likely I'm the one who made it. I was like, that's very interesting. He goes, sometimes bouncers invite me into the club at night so that I can make my beaded orders for them. And while I'm beading for them, the kids that are in the area and the international students and the international, tourists see me make the bracelets and want to have a bracelet on their own. But I sometimes have to refuse because I'm not there for them. I'm there for the bouncers and for the waiters and for the bar girls, Not to say that but it was interesting. I just found that conversation so enriching and so fulfilling. Anyway, so during the conversation, he told me that I should use, that the Cape Town train is working well, so I should use it. So I just clicked that at the back of my mind, and that was day one. That was day one. I went home, I had leftovers from lunch, and I slept. Cape Town was beach day. Oh my goodness. So today, not even today as in today, but today as in that day, I decided, it was a Monday, so I said I don't want to spend any money. I don't want to spend any more money. So I bought some pasta. Actually, I took pasta from home. I carried pasta with me when I went to Cape Town. I carried my mayonnaise, I carried a tomato, I carried some spices. So I bought some lentils. I should have bought lentils. I bought split peas. That's actually what I bought. And then I made a pasta salad. And I had some juice boxes, so I carried some juice boxes. So my plan was I was gonna go to the beach, Clifton Beach specifically, and I was gonna have my packed lunch. So again, I took the bus, my city bus from Brooklyn to Civic Center. I got off at Civic Center. I went on to platform 7 and I took the bus to Campus Bay. Apparently at Campus Bay you're supposed to catch another bus that takes you to Clifton Beach, but nobody told me that and it didn't click. So I got off at Campus Bay. I'm looking at this area, I'm like, where is Clifton Beach here? But I didn't let it faze me. There was a nice mall and like clubs and like bars and like restaurants on the side of the ocean. So I just went and I browsed there. So I went up into the mall. Well, it's like a mall. I went up into the mall, I walked through the Woolworths, and on the other side of the Woolworths, guess what I found? Plant Cafe. I didn't even know Plant Cafe existed. So I go in there, oh, and it's beautiful. As you saw how beautiful it was. It was so clean, so precious, so earthly. It was lovely. So I got a pain chocolat. It was good. It was good. That was an impulsive buy. I wasn't supposed to buy anything, remember, because I carried lunch, but I bought something anyway. And my trick for every restaurant that I went to, I didn't order any drinks. I always had a water. That kept my costs low. So after Plant Cafe, I go downstairs and guess what I found? Another cafe. Okay, yeah. Everything they had in that display was vegan. I said, are you sure? They said, we're 100% certain that it's vegan. We made it ourselves. I was like, wow. So I got that croissant thing that you saw and that swirl thing that you saw. Those two, I was feeling full, so I didn't eat immediately. Those two, I packed in my bags and I carried on walking. As I was walking up the ocean, like, it's not like along the coast. I walked up along the coast with the road. I saw a nice picture spot, so I started taking some pictures. And then the car guard was like, there's some more pictures if you go, and there's another nice spot if you go a little bit up. So I went a little bit up, I'm taking pictures. I look down, I see a private beach. Not private as in like a hotel private beach, but a private beach as in like you have to go down a hill to get there. And there's not many people. I was like, this is where I need to be, because I was a little bit anxious to go to a big beach because of the camera. So I said, okay, I can go to a private beach because then I can see my camera, and you know, other people, it will be difficult for people to run away with my stuff. I was like, okay, cool. So I go down this walkway and I see, it's so beautiful. And as you saw, there's humongous rocks and there's beautiful water and there's not crashing waves. It's just the ocean. It's just beautiful, calm, serene. So I sat for a while and then I thought about the sweet treats that I had, and I opened up the box and I had some of the sweet treats. And I didn't really swim. I did swim, but I didn't swim. I just like stood in the water, let the waves hit me a little bit, and then I sat. But again, I still had a little bit of anxiety of getting home late, and I was convinced I wasn't going to use Uber. So I packed up all my stuff at around 6:30. I walked back up the hill, walked down towards Campus Bay, waited at the bus stop, got on the bus, went to Civic Center, Brooklyn. Yeah, that was a good day. And I was spending such little money on transport, and I was managing to go to nice places. Like from my place in Brooklyn to Campus Bay, it was going to cost me $125. With the bus, it cost me 9 rand. 9 rand. It cost me 9 rand. Oh, that was gold.
I know you're too loud. People say a lot of things.
Day 3 in Cape Town. I moved from Brooklyn to Rosebank to stay at Campus Key. So it seems like Campus Key, which is a student accommodation for UCT, they open up their rooms during the holidays for guests, which makes sense. It's a good idea. So that's what I did. So I stayed at Campus Key for 3 nights. Yeah. So that was a Tuesday. So I arrived quite early because checkout at Brooklyn was at 10. So I checked out at 11. I asked for 11 o'clock checkout. I checked out at 11. I made it to to Rosebank, to Campus Key. And they said I could leave my bags with them. So I left my bags with them. And then I Googled closest vintage stores or thrift stores. And I found a place and I just walked. It was super close. Well, close for me. I'm sporty. I'm active. But not close for someone who's unfit. So I walked up and I saw the place and I got into the thrift store and there was one person and I just started looking, and I love thrifting. So I put my bag down and I just started sifting through the thrift, item by item, and I picked out all the stuff that I liked and I went into the chain. I asked if I could just try on the stuff and I just had a little fashion show for myself. And the person that was helping out was like, "Are you enjoying?" I was like, I'm waiting for check-in, so I've got time to kill, so I'm here for a long time. So he started picking out dresses to see me try on and stuff, and it was so much fun. I found 2 skirts, 2 beautiful skirts, beautiful tops and dresses, but I didn't buy all that stuff because I was budgeting. So I got out of that store, then I went into another store, I got out of that thrift store, and then I went to a restaurant called Mango Ginger, as you saw, and I had a pie. That pie was too good, and the owner is so sweet. Oh, she's so kind. I asked, "Can I please film?" She goes, "Yes, but there's no one here, like you just missed the lunchtime rush." And I was like, "That's okay, your restaurant is so beautiful, at least I get to see some of the artwork and stuff." So I managed, and it was really nice, So that was day 2. That was not day 2, day 3. That was, I forgot. That was day 4, the Tuesday. Day 5 in Cape Town. So, I realized I was a bit upset when I arrived at Campus Key because I couldn't find any My City bus stops. Anyway, I couldn't find them anyway. And I was breaking my heart because I didn't want to spend any money on Uber. Uber is fun. Uber is fun when you're going close by or you actually need it. It's horrible when you're on holiday and everywhere you need to go is 200 rands away. One way. So that means I would drop 400 bucks to get to where I need to get to, and where I'm getting to, I also want to eat, you know. So it didn't make any sense for me to Uber. But luckily on the Tuesday, the day before, when I arrived, I was Googling, you know, and I found that there was a train station nearby. So I left my room and I looked for the train station and I found it, and then I went back to my room. So today's Wednesday and I was like, today I'm going somewhere with that train. So I got onto the train and I noticed that the train goes either to Cape Town City Center or to Fishhook. I was like, I ain't never been to Fishhook before. Guess how much the train was to Fishhook? Guess. I'll wait. 9 rand. 9 rand to Fishhook. Do you know how much I would have paid with an Uber? 250 bucks. I paid 9 rand for a train. So that was lovely, and I met the most lovely lady on the train. Well, not on the train, while we were waiting for the train. She kept me occupied. We spoke and spoke and spoke, and she gave me tips and safety tips. I noticed a lot of the people that I was meeting and conversating with, they insisted on giving me safety tips. Sasha, when you sit here, look this way, talk to this person, don't talk to that person. There's certain people that can help you like this, like that. Maneuver this way in town, hold your bag like this, don't do this here, don't take out your camera here. So it was very informative, you know. And not everybody, and I think God was just faithful in that way, because I did pray before I went. I was like, Lord, help me meet nice people. So when I arrived to places, I met nice people, you know, people that actually wanted to help me. So on the train, I was with this lady. You saw a picture of her. She's so beautiful. And then I arrived at Fishhook. Fishhook is a beautiful beach, but it was so windy. It was so windy, I could have blown away. So I sat for a little bit. I contemplated swimming, but I didn't want to. I couldn't. It was too cold. And I also didn't know where I was going to leave the camera. But there was a nice restaurant right by the beach, so I sat at the restaurant. And I had that pasta that you just saw. Oh my goodness. That was spinach and mushroom and and what is it? Coconut milk, coconut cream. Goodness, that was delicious. What? Oh wow. Wow. It was so good and so filling and it was so delicious. I didn't even expect that from them, you know. I didn't expect that. It was so good. It was so good. So as I'm sitting, I'm eating, I'm taking pictures. I had my camera out, and this caregiver and an old man come and sit at the table next to me. So I strike conversation with them because we're talking about the wind. It's an obvious conversation. And then it comes up. I say, no, I'm a food blogger. And they go, oh. So the caregiver says, listen. I'm like, I'm listening. He says, there's this divine place close by in Simonstown. I was like, oh. He goes, they sell this chocolate mousse. Not chocolate mousse. Chocolate tart made with avocado. I was like, say less. I was like, how far is it? I asked, is it close enough to walk? He goes, I'd rather Uber. I looked at the Uber price. Uber was 30 bucks. I said, 30 bucks? I am a fit woman. I can do this. So I said, I'm going to walk. So after my meal, after I paid the bill, I decided to walk. So I walked up the coast and along the coastline. That was the most beautiful walk I've ever had in my entire life. It was literally, there's the freeway, then there's a place specifically for walking in for bicycles, and the ocean is literally right here, and we're walking like this. Oh wow, it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. I could see God's creation, full view, unobstructed. It was beautiful. So I arrived at this restaurant. It's called Surf Yoga Eat, or Eat Yoga Surf. It's called Eat Yoga Surf. Fully plant-based restaurant, beautiful location, beautiful vibes, beautiful people. And I ordered one thing, the chocolate tart as advised, and that was the best chocolate tart I've ever had in my entire life. It was so rich. I was so full, so I couldn't even have all of it. I only had half. And that guy at the other restaurant said to me, I often shared. I was like, sharing? That's not in my MO. And sure enough, I said I can only handle half of this because I've got no place to put it, and it's so rich. It's literally giving me a headache. So I packed it up, I put it in my bag, and then I went to the beach, and I walked on the beach for a bit. And I met another person on the beach, and the person on the beach is swimming. And I was like, how are you so brave to swim? And he goes, today is actually one of the warmer days. I was like, Kiptonians, ha! They have no chill. The water's so cold, they still insist on swimming. And it's like blue bottles everywhere, but he said in the water there's no blue bottles, but I still didn't swim. So after a few minutes on the beach, I walked back up the coastline, back to Fish Hook. Then at Fish Hook, I went to the train station, I got onto the train, and I went home. That was day 5 in Cape Town. Day 6 in Cape Town was graduation day. Miss Magaya was graduating with physiotherapy from University of Western Cape. Day 6, I couldn't take any public transport. There was no public transport to go to the university, so I had to take an Uber. It hurt my heart, but I had to do it. And also I was wearing heels and makeup and a pretty dress, so I said, okay, this is why I'm here, let me spend the money. So I went to the varsity. Then when I arrived there, I had a video call with my mom, and she asked to see my outfit. And afterwards they arrived, Lorata and her family arrived, and apparently only 2 people could go with her into the actual graduation hall. So her mom and her dad went, but then they got an extra ticket, so the baby brother went. So me, her other baby brother, and her uncle and the uncle's wife and the uncle's baby sat outside for the whole entire graduation. Yo, that was like 3 hours. We were just sitting. We were sitting and talking, but just sitting. And then I remembered that I had a camera and they had a newborn baby, so I decided to take them some pictures with the baby. And then after graduation, they came outside, and then it was obviously free game. I could go with the other family members and we could go and meet Lerata. So I took tons of pictures for Lerata and her graduation. Tons of pictures. And we took tons of pictures together, and it was such a sweet moment, you know. I felt so grateful and so blessed that I could go to a whole nother city just to celebrate someone's graduation, and I was happy, you know. And it also just made my graduation a reality. Last year, which is 2023, I went to graduations. I made it a mission to go to people's graduations so that I can also graduate, you know. I wanted to see what they looked like, what they felt like, the emotions that are associated with graduation, so that I can attract that energy for myself, you know, because I want to graduate, and I will. September 2024, it's coming soon. So after the pictures, we all piled up in the car, and she took us to Rand's, which is in Kailicha. So we went to Rand's, and they had meat. I didn't have meat. I had pap and chakalaka, and then afterwards we listened to some good music, and then we went to, what's that place called? Stellenbosch. We drove all the way to Stellenbosch because a family member of theirs was also graduating, so we went to go say congratulations. So we drove to Stellenbosch. I didn't even get to see Stellenbosch. I just saw Stellenbosch the way there, the mall in Stellenbosch, and drove back. So that was day 6 in Cape Town. Oh, that night Lerata slept over and we said, okay, we're gonna hit the town. It's Thursday. We're gonna hit the town. We're gonna go out. Ooh. We're just a bunch of old ladies. So we hit the town and cheapskates. We're looking for places to go. we can't find places to go, but it's empty because it's December. Like, no one's here anymore, you know, all the students are gone. And just in general, there was a club called Drama. It had 100 rand entrance fee. I didn't want to spend 100 rand to enter into a club. Lely also had another. There was other places. We just weren't feeling it. I had made a joke saying that we're gonna stay out until 6 a.m. then we can take the train back home. But by midnight we were back home. By midnight we were back home. And then actually by 1 a.m. we were back because we left at 10. So 1 a.m. we were back home. Yeah, that was day 6. It was a good day. It was a good day. Day 7 in Cape Town. Woo-wee. Day 7 in Cape Town. My last day in Cape Town. That was a nice day. I booked a flight the night before so that I could fly home. I was traumatized. I took the bus to Cape Town. I think it was like 19 hours. Oh, it was painful. I had no leg room. The seat in front of me was literally right here. It was painful. It was so painful. Oh, it was a good ride. The views are pretty, but it's not views that you'd like to see over and over again, you know? There's nothing, like, it's spectacular, like the drive through Karoo, the mountains, you know, the vineyards along the way, beautiful, but the leg room destroyed the views. So I decided I would fly home, so I booked a ticket the night before, and then I flew home on the Friday. So before my flight, I went into Observatory, which is close by to where I was staying in Campus Key. I walked up to Observatory. It's the same place where I went thrifting on the Tuesday, and I bought one of the dresses. I'll show you an insert of what the dress looks like on me. Cute. And I also had food. So there's this Ethiopian restaurant that I've been wanting to go to. I wanted to taste injera. So I arrived there at like 8 o'clock and they weren't open yet. And they're like, okay. I was like, okay, it's fine, you're not open. I'll just carry on walking down and I'll come back. They're like, sharp. So I walked down. Oh, sorry. And I come across a pizza place. I was like, what? Humongous slices like this. New York sliced pizzas like this. Humongous. And I asked, do you have vegan pizza? He said, yes, I have vegan pizza. I said, where is it? He said, I haven't made it. I said, I'll wait. And then I was like, I have a camera. Can I please film you make the pizza for my YouTube channel? He looked at his manager. The manager nodded yes. And then I got to get into the back kitchen where they made the pizza. And he made the pizza right in front of me. It was so cool. That video is coming out Today's Wednesday. That video is coming out on Sunday or Saturday. I'll see. It's already edited, so whenever it'll come out, but stay tuned for that. It was so much fun, and it's so cool to see the pizza being made, and he threw the pizza in the air and he brought it down, and it's so cool. And then I had a slice of that New York sliced pizza with mushrooms. It was too good. It was too good. It was so good. After that, I walked around some more. There was an ice cream shop, but I didn't want ice cream. It was like early in the morning. And then after the pizza, I walked up. Remember, I still wanted Ethiopian food, so I went back to that restaurant, and I saw that they were open. So I went and I sat and I had injera. I had that meal. You saw it. It was like a lot of like little different stews on this like raw, not even raw, like this flat bread, but it's not bread, like a roti. It was delicious. It was kind of sour, but that's what it's supposed to taste like. It's supposed to taste kind of sour, so it was really good. I was full after that. I was ready to sleep, but I couldn't because I had to go to the airport. So I went home. I went back to Campus Key. I picked up my bag that I checked out, got into an Uber, drove to the airport, and got on my flight. I got on my flight back to SA. Well, I'm already in SA. Got on my flight back to Joburg. Then I arrived in Joburg, and I took the train, the Gau train from the train station in the airport to Hatfield Station. I got off, and then I walked home. My bag was 17 kgs. I'll never do that again. I'll never do that again. I didn't even wear half the clothes that I carried. So I want to be... I don't even know. I'm tired of being an overpacking girly. I can't. This year I'm going to travel again. Watch this space. I'm going to travel, but I'm not going to be overzealous with my clothes. No. There's something called a washing machine, first of all. Second of all, it's really not that deep. Like if you have nice clothes that you can pack up small, there's no need for you to carry the entire wardrobe, you know? Yeah. So that was my trip. I had so much fun. I spent a lot of money though. But woohoo! It was for graduation. It was for entertainment. It was coming of age. It was also my first solo trip, so that was super exciting. I was constantly on the phone with my friends or with my mom or with my dad, just telling them where I was, what I was doing. So that was kind of nice, you know? I really enjoyed it. To many more trips, to many more vegan trips. It was so good. I wish to visit more places. I don't know if Durban... I want to go back to Cape Town. That's the real me. I want to go back to Cape Town. And maybe I'd also like to go to the States. Oh, the vegan tours in States. Oh my goodness. That would be to die for. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube video. I really enjoyed sharing my Cape Town journey with you. I hope that you subscribe and that you like and that you comment down below if you've ever been to Cape Town. Comment down below if you've been to Cape Town. And if you have not been to Cape Town, comment down below. I don't know. If you've been to Cape Town, comment down below if you've been to Cape Town and what was your favorite site that you saw at Cape Town. I didn't go to Table Mountain. I didn't go to Lion's Head. I didn't go to, is it Lion's Peak? I didn't go to any of the tourist places. I was strictly there for food. Next time when I go, and also because I was alone, I couldn't do all the hikes and stuff. Next time, hopefully I'll go with some friends. I will do all the like excursions, like the hikes, and maybe swim some more, and maybe, you know, just the fun stuff that's not orientated around food. But when I'm alone, I will eat, and I will meet people. When I met so many people, so many beautiful people. It just made the trip worth it, you know. But yeah, thank you. I really enjoyed sharing this with you. To many more videos. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Yeah. Bye.
See